Max Jones is in the studio, Flume Trail Mountain Bikes. How you doing?
Good.
You've been out climbing a little bit?
A little bit.
I'm always telling people, I say, people, you know Max Jones from up there at Spooner Cross Country and the bikes, and I mean, you had a hell of a climbing career. When was it, the 80s when you guys were doing so much stuff?
Yeah, mid-70s into the 80s.
And now getting back a little bit more. How come you're getting back into it? You got away from it, now you're getting back?
Probably a little more time. My old climbing buddy kind of talked me into doing El Cap last fall, so decided what the heck, may as well try it, and we were on the thing 8 days, and that's kind of what it took to get 8 days.
And you said I was like off the couch, having not been around exposure.
Hadn't touched rock for 15 years.
That's awesome.
Stepped up there and so comfortable at it. It's been a nice relief. Everything going on these days, you get this little mini escape anytime you climb.
That's awesome. You guys have really ramped up what you're doing up there at the Flume Trail Mountain Bikes. Talk a little bit about the big picture.
Well, we're doing the same shop in the state park at Spooner Lake where we rent nice bikes. You show up, rent a bike, ride across the flume. We have a shuttle that brings you back. And what we're expanding into is on the other side, an incline, we're going to be opening up a little cafe at the end of the trail. Yeah. So, you'll be able to get on a shuttle there, have a nice coffee, sandwich, beer on tap in the afternoon.
Yeah. Let's face it, you get done with a mountain bike ride, a cold beer is pretty...
Yeah, or a nice tea or anything.
If you're my dad, he wants a hot cup of coffee. I've gone on a bike ride with my dad, back east, 98 degrees, 100% humidity. We get there, we ride the bike pass, whatever, dad's older. First thing he wants is all my dad drinks is coffee. He doesn't drink any water.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. My Mark, my old climbing buddy, is a coffee roaster. So he's supplying us with coffee.
That's good.
Yeah, so it'll be pretty neat. It'll work really well.
For people, Max, that don't know about the Flume Trail, tell them a little bit of the history there, because we know it as Tahoe people. I mean, it's one of the most photogenic places you can get on a bike around here, but for someone that's maybe visiting, give them the overview of that.
The trail was originally built as a flume bed back in the 1870s to get water from Marlette Lake to Virginia City. And then it fell into disrepair over a number of years.
Why would they need to get water from all the way here down across the valley back up? Is that the only source of water?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, as when Virginia City was booming,
right.
It was one of the richest places on the planet with the amount of ore coming out of there. And they were running out of water. A lot of it... it went into it was a big town up there. So they were out, needed it. I'm still amazed that somebody figured out to do it that way.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Huge engineering project.
There'd be a closer source of water, but there wasn't.
You would think, yeah. To go through that, I'm sure they explored every option.
That's
and
amazing.
As it comes to be now, turned into a pretty nice little bike trail. Probably, I think, the best view of Tahoe at Tahoe.
Yeah, we're looking at a little bit of it right here. And you were a big part of kind of, there was a bunch of junk up there obviously left over from
Right. There were old, the boards were kind of moved off from the original flume. There was a bunch of aluminum pipe across it they tried to rebuild it in the 1960s to get water down to Mound House, actually for a rocket fuel plant is what I understand, of all things. And then it never carried water, and they had already pretty much bulldozed off all the old stuff. So clearing that stuff out of the way, willows, down trees, 50 years worth of down trees off the thing. So I spent a summer doing that long time ago.
That's cool that it was you were such an integral part of getting that trail open, and now here, how many years later is it now?
About 30 now.
Wow.
Yeah, close to that, 29, 30.
And you and your family still out there working?
Yeah, we're still at the shop. My daughter's been working there all summer. She's off to college in about a week.
Where's she going to school?
She's going to Chico.
Oh, nice. Good. So you're keeping her relatively local.
Yeah, and going to play soccer at Chico.
Excellent. That's great. So to get the shuttle ride, I guess the thing to point out for someone, too, that didn't bring their bike to town, this is one-stop shop. You show up, and everything can be, you show up in your jeans, and you can do it if you want.
Right. Everything's taken care of. We have nice rental bikes, dual suspension, hydraulic brakes. You hop on a bike at the shop. You rent it right there at Spooner and ride up and over. There's about 1,000 feet of climbing, so it's not for somebody that's been sitting on the couch for a long time. But it's many people.
Unless they're really mentally tough.
Well, if they're active, they'll be fine.
Yeah, right.
And take your time. Get there early. At the other side of the flume, it's 14 miles across. And then we have a shuttle waiting on the other side that brings you back to Spooner.
Yeah, and then they load the bikes up for you.
Right,
and do all that. No, you guys have cabins out there too, don't you?
We have a couple cabins that are, one's pretty close to Spooner, one's up a little ways. They're little log cabins.
And then in the wintertime, back into full cross country mode.
We actually won't be this year.
Really?
No, we have not extended our lease with the state park.
And that's just not going to happen this year.
It's
or?
not going to happen this year. And then we'll be
Did
running.
I bring up a sore subject because I didn't mean to.
No, that's all right.
Okay.
No, it's a big change. It's
it's a huge change. I just was
Yeah.
business as usual, but not.
Well, the cafe is going to take a lot of our focus, and with the ski area and the weather and everything, it was harsh last winter.
Yeah, last year was for everybody. Man.
We were open 30 days, and I think it was maybe kind of the straw, and it was time to re-up. We decided not to, and the opportunity for the cafe and incline came up, and we decided let's do it.
And maybe a little bit more free time for Max Jones in the winter.
That's the plan.
I love it. Max, always good to see you
right.
in here. Yeah, keep up the good work down there.
Hey, thank you.
And the website and everything was up there on the screen. It's called Flume Trail Mountain Bikes. Max Jones been there since the beginning of it, basically. Used to run the water to Virginia City.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break and be back. Stay with.
All right.
We're at Opry Wine Company tonight for Sunday Sippers, and Sunday Sippers is a little informal wine tasting that we do every Sunday night. It's only $10. It's 5 o'clock at night,